Welcome to the 4th annual Easter Stitch Along. Whether this is your first time joining us or you've been stitching along year after year, I'm so glad you're here to slow down and meditate on the death and resurrection of Christ. This is our Day 0 video, where I'll walk you through your supplies and show you how to prepare your hoop. So let's get started. If you purchased a kit, you'll have everything you need: your hoop, your felt with 2 needles, pre-printed fabric, a stitch guide, a digital guide with a QR code, and your embroidery floss. If your fabric isn't pre-printed, don't worry. Inside your digital guide, you'll find tutorials on how to print the design yourself, transfer it with a pen, or use stick and stitch paper. I've also linked a separate video below showing the pilot friction pin method if that's what you would like to use. All right, let's get our hoop ready. Start by loosening the screw at the top and taking the hoop apart. You're going to set your outer hoop aside for now and place that inner hoop, the one without the screw, flat in the middle. Next, you're going to grab your fabric and gently untie it. And you're going to get your white piece of fabric and lay that right in the middle of your hoop. Next, you're going to grab your pre-printed fabric. Make sure the design's facing straight up and try and center that on the hoop as well. Next, you're going to use your fingers to just kind of pull down on the edges and see if you're centered into your hoop. Sometimes I like to put the outer hoop on just a little bit to see if it's centered well, because that just helps a little bit. When you're doing this, you do want to make sure this bottom little section here is about 1/4 inch from the bottom. We want to make sure it's not running into this inner hoop so that when we're stitching, we're able to stitch over this line without running into that wood there. So I feel like it's pretty centered, so I'm going to put this outer hoop right on top, and I like to push it kind of on the bottom first and kind of push upward. And if you need to, if you feel like it's not going on very well, loosen that screw a little bit more. So this seems pretty centered to me. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to actually loosen this just a tad because it was kind of tight when I put it on. And now I'm going to gently pull all the way around my fabric. Now I want to do this evenly all the way around so that you don't get some tugging too much in one direction. So I'm going to start here at the top with my fingers, and I'm just going to pull and work my way around. Again, pulling evenly, kind of at the same time. Tighten it a little bit, and then keep going. Tighten a little bit more. Because if you don't tighten it, then it's just going to go right back to how it was. Okay, now you can move your way back up if you feel like you need to, but you don't have to. All right, and then once you're done and you know it's nice and straight and you feel like it's tight, you want to tighten that top nut just a little bit more, and you know it's tight enough when you hit it and you hear a drum. That's when you know it is perfectly ready for stitching. All right, so that's it. Your hoop is ready and you're all set for day 1 of stitching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can easily find the day 1 tutorial when it's ready. I'll see you then.